Good morning, one and all. Today we are going to discuss about SCADA. SCADA means Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System. Okay, that means data acquisition means it acquires the data from the field. That is the data acquisition. Supervisory control means at hierarchy level it controls the overall industrial process or overall real-time parameters. Okay, so that's what it is called as the SCADA, Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition System. That means SCADA is one type of software. Without any controller it doesn't do any work, so that it needs a uh, controllers. Okay, so in olden days we were used the different types of controllers, that is the uh, RTUs and microcontrollers. Okay, RTU is a remote terminal unit and microcontroller you know very well about. When we can use the microcontroller, it requires a signal conditioning unit. So that's what only in present days we cannot use that microcontrollers. Instead of that microcontrollers, we are using the PLCs. Okay, PLC means one type of controller that's called as programmable logic controller. Okay, it controls the so many inputs while applying the single inputs or a more than single inputs. Okay, let us see how it works. Okay, what is the internal structure of the SCADA system? Okay, so just this slide is giving the just only the overview of that SCADA. Okay, look at here, there is a controllers and field instruments and SCADA servers and different parts of SCADA are there. Okay, let us see what are the parts contained in this SCADA system. Okay, already explained, SCADA is a supervisory control and data acquisition system. That means it controls the industrial parameter in hierarchy level. Okay, the examples for this one is a that means it will used in the manufacturing industries and power industries and water transportation industries, water distribution industries like this. Okay, so nowadays it is also used in that power energies. That means energy systems. Okay, so that. It uses so many ways, and it can also incorporate with HMI. HMI means human machine interface. Okay, so look at the diagram here. So this is the one type of SCADA system. There is a CPU and auxiliary memory communication interface like this. Okay, all are contained in that PLC. Okay, and this RT is there. RT is a remote terminal unit. So this is the just only outline layout of SCADA system. Okay, so then what are the basics of SCADA? That means SCADA is communicating with different elements or different parts. Okay, the different parts are, it is communicating with PLC and it is also communicating with RTU. It's also communicating with SCADA programming and communication interface HMI like this. Okay, so that means if you want to do any automation with the help of SCADA, it requires maximum of controller and SCADA software to make a programming and communication interface and supervisory system it requires. Okay, these four are very important. Okay, so PLC is a programmable logic controller. So this is the PLC is replaced with RTUs. Okay, RTU means remote terminal unit. In olden days they were used the RTUs, but nowadays they are using the PLCs. And communication system means communication interface means we need some communication protocols to interface from SCADA software to PLC controller, or SCADA software to some supervisory system, or SCADA software to some SCADA programming methods. So that's what only it requires the communication interface. Okay, so these are the different components of SCADA. Basically, we have the four components in SCADA system. Those four components are field instruments, PLC. Second one is the PLC or RTU, and third one is communication links, that is the communication interface protocols, and fourth one is central computer station. Okay, so for this central computer station we can use the SCADA software. Otherwise, we can also use the HMI, that means human machine interface. Okay, come to the field instruments. Field instruments means, for example, if you want to control the field parameters, we have to acquire the data from the field. Okay, sometimes field is somewhere and operating controlling room is somewhere. Okay, so there is a lot of difference. For example, there is a minimum of a at least a 100 meters distance. maximum in most of the industries having that much of distance only. Okay, so to control that field parameters we have to acquire the data from the field. Okay, that acquiring the data from the field is takes place by PLC or RTU. Okay, when we are connecting the field sensors to the PLC, it acquires the data from the field through a sensor, and that sensor is send the information to the PLC, and PLC transfer the data to the SCADA system. Okay, so all these actions will take place by the communication protocols. So that's what only SCADA system must be require the special type of communication protocols, just like as a DNP3 or IEEE buses it requires. Okay, we can use the Modbus or Profibus like this. Okay, and next one is SCADA. The central computer station is a SCADA software system or a operating room or a operation room. Or so instead of the SCADA software we can also use the HMI software. Okay, and so this SCADA is controlling the two types of inputs. It controls the digital inputs at the same time digital outputs. It can also control the analog inputs as well as analog outputs. Okay, that means it can handle the minimum of a 0 to 5 volts. It can also handle the maximum of a 4 to 20 milliamps current also. Okay, it can also handle the 240 volts, that is the voltage. Okay, so that it has the two types of data gathering methods. One is the OIT and second one is the HMI. That means they are the two operating systems. One is the OIT, means operator interface terminal. Okay, and second one is human machine interface. Okay, so with the help of these two uh, systems we can monitor the data of industry. Okay, otherwise we can control the data of industry in hierarchy level. Okay, now we have the two types of uh, SCADA systems. That means uh, based on the license. Okay, based on the usage. So that's what only they are called as the proprietary SCADA system or mix and match SCADA system. Proprietary SCADA system means, so whatever the components, whatever the elements we are using to make a SCADA automation, all the components has to be manufactured by a single supplier. So that is called as the SCADA proprietary system. Okay, and next one is mix and match SCADA system is whatever the components we are using to make SCADA automation, all the components may be the different manufacturers. Okay, all the manufacturers has to be mixed together and they has to work together. Okay, that is just like as a temporary. Okay, simply proprietary is a permanent SCADA system, and SCADA mix and match SCADA system is a temporary. Look at the first point of proprietary. All or most components manufactured by single supplier. What I said, the same thing I was explained. Okay, so whatever the components we have to use to make a SCADA system or is to make a SCADA automation, so all the elements has to be manufactured by single supplier. Okay, at the same time those single supplier sources only has to be install it. Okay, and they will also service it. No one can service it. So that's what only it is a proprietary SCADA system, simply a licensed. Okay, and free SCADA software is a that means all the components has to be manufactured by different manufacturing different manufacturers. Okay, so for example, if we can use the PLC as a Siemens, we can also use the another type of software. Okay, and we can also use another type of communication interface. Okay, so all these different manufacturer devices has to be interfaced together and they has to be worked together. Okay, they have to be worked together and they have to be produce the accurate output. So that's called as the free software, otherwise user defined software. Okay, and this is the human machine interface. Human machine interface means instead of that SCADA software, we can use this HMI to control the process or to control the industry. Okay, just like it is just like as a working as a tab. You know very well about the tabs. It works as a tabs. And PLCs are used to control the data field, and they are used to convert the sensor output to a required output to the SCADA system. Okay, SCADA requires the digital input at the same time. SCADA will takes the digital input and produce the digital output. Okay, so to convert the field signals to a required signal, we can use the sensor and PLC. Okay, what the PLC has done here, the PLC having the internal input module as well as output modules, and these internal input modules and output modules are converting from analog input of sensor to digital signals to the PLC CPU. At the same time, it can also convert the CPU digital output to analog signals to the field. Okay, so simply the conversion takes place by the PLCs. So instead of RTUs, nowadays we are using, because of the flexibility and easy programming method, easy changing in a programming method, and we can also make a documentation. Okay, for example, at the hierarchy level, that means at the production schedule level, we have to provide the documentation. Okay, for the documentation purpose also we can use the PLCs. That's what only RTs are replaced by PLC. Okay, so this is the basic architecture of the SCADA. Okay, this is the SCADA hardware architecture. So there is a SCADA. Okay, and there is a SCADA system, SCADA subnodes of the SCADA, and different PLCs, that means controllers we have. We can use the PLCs or RTUs, and there is a communication interface, that is a local area network. Okay, for some applications we can also use the wide area network. Okay, we can use the LAN or WAN. Okay, and these cross marks are the field instruments. Okay, so these field instruments, in this place we have to place the sensors, and this sensor is acquiring the data from the field and is send the signal to the RTU. Just for an example, if you want to be control the pressure of the industry, otherwise if you want to be control the temperature, okay, these two are very important parameters in industries. Okay, so to control the pressure or to control the temperature of industry, we have to place the temperature sensor and we have to place the pressure sensor. Okay, what they are doing, these pressure sensors are converting from the pressure into electrical signal, and the temperature sensors are converting the temperature into electrical signals. Okay, but PLC is the digital device, R2 is also digital device. Okay, so to send the otherwise to control the field pressure or to control the field temperature, this electrical signal has to be converted into digital. Why? Because we have to be control the field by using the some digital devices. Okay, those digital devices, PLCs or SCADA or some DCS. Okay, but in our topic we are using the SCADA. Okay, so that SCADA wants to be control the field. Okay, if SCADA wants to be control the field, it requires the digital signal. The digital signal has to be get from the field, but field will not give digital signal. So that's we are using the RTUs. Okay, what they are doing, RTUs are acquiring the data from the sensor, and that acquired data is converting into digital signal. Okay, and the digital signal will send to the SCADA node, and this SCADA node will send the information to the next level of the process. Okay, so and in this next level we are using the communication protocols, just like as a LAN connection or WAN connection. Okay, so that will depending upon the application. Okay, so after that it has to be send the production levels. Okay, so to send the production level, we are having the another SCADA nodes. Okay, and these SCADA nodes are acquiring the data of entire parameters or entire industry, and it sends the signal to the main devices. Okay, that main devices is a production scheduling. So that's what only every industry is characterized by the 4 levels: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 and level 5. Okay, level 1 is the just only experimental level setup, and level 2 is the industrial level, level 3 is automated level, and level 4 is the production level, that means production control level, and level 5 is the production scheduling level. Okay, so whatever, so for this purpose only we are using the SIM networks. You know very well about. Already I was explained the same SIM network in the first unit. SIM means computer interface manufacturing. Okay, computer integrated manufacturing. Sorry, computer integrated manufacturing. That is the SIM network. Okay, so for this purpose SCADA having the 4 generations. Okay, the basic generation is a monolithic generation or a early SCADA system. Okay, in this one we cannot use any communication devices, simply that controlling device is connected to the field. Okay, and second one is we can use the distributed system. Okay, distributed means we have to distribute the data from one device to another device, so that's what only second generation is called as the distributed. In third generation we were introduced the network, so that's what it's called as the networked SCADA system. And fourth one is nowadays we are using the fourth generation, that is the IoT based SCADA system. That means Internet of Things technology we are using. So that's what only the fourth generation is called as the IoT based SCADA system. So look at here. So this is the monolithic or early SCADA system in which there is the RTU and there is a just SCADA master. So there is no communication. That means there is no network level. So that's what only this is called as the single level SCADA system. Monolithic means mono is a single, lithic is a level. Okay, so on single stone, lithic is a stone, on single level only we can control the entire industry. Okay, so that's what only SCADA master is connected to the RTU. And second generation is in this one, simply they were introduced the LAN, but this LAN is not a standardized network protocol. Okay, so simply for few meters purpose it can used. Okay, so it cannot control the remote areas. Okay, to control the remote areas we have to use the wide area network. Okay, so for that wide area network we have to use the standardized communications protocol, that is the WAN. Okay, so this is the network SCADA system. Okay, so in which we can acquire the data from the remote areas and we can also control the data of the remote areas. So that's what only this is the WAN based SCADA system. Okay, and this is IoT based. Okay, nowadays simply this based on the cloud computing. Okay, so if you are sitting in India, you have to control the parameters of somewhere. Okay, some states. Okay, so we have to use the internet or IoT, Internet of Things. Okay, so that's what only it is called as the IoT based SCADA system. These are the 4 generations of SCADA system. Okay, so already explained, instead of RTUs we are using the PLCs nowadays. So this is the simply architecture of RTU. Okay, it can control only minimum number of inputs, it cannot control the more number of inputs. So that's what only, that is also one of the reason to replace the RTU. Okay, already explained, this is the higher level of the master station of SCADA system. There is a SCADA service and some PLCs are there. Okay, that means they are the controllers and this is the sensors to acquire the data of the field. Okay, I said already it requires the communication interface devices. Okay, for this communication interface devices we are using the Ethernets or some Profibus, Modbus or any wireless GSMs, and we can also, that is depending upon the our application. Okay, look at here, there is a Profibus. In this application we are using the Profibus and we can also use the wireless GSMs and we can also use the Ethernets to interface from the field to remote areas. Otherwise to interface from the one state to another state. Okay, these are all the fields. Okay, so these are all the different protocols which we can use to make an automation by using SCADA. Okay, so they are the DNPs and Modbus, Profibus, CAN protocols, IECs or IEEE buses, some device nets we can use, and some foundation field buses we can use. Okay, some Ethernets we can also use, some TCP/IP protocols also we can use. Okay, so this is the just communication protocol structure. Okay, and next one is we have the 3 types of SCADA systems, that is the development, run and networking are only manufacturing factory focus. Okay, so D plus R plus N means D means development, R plus run, and N plus networking. That means the manufacturer has to be developed, and they have to be run, and they have to be networking to each and every component of SCADA elements. So that's what only this is under comes to proprietary SCADA system. Okay, and second one is R plus N. R plus means run and networking. That means we can purchase of the components at different places, and we can integrate them together, and we can work with them. So that's what only this is a mix and matched SCADA system. R plus N is a mix and matched networking system. And next one, third one is the factory focus. For example, if you are the if you are an entrepreneur, or if you are your own manager, company proprietor, okay, so we have to purchase somewhere, otherwise we have to uh, create, or we have to develop a SCADA software ourselves only. So that is the factory purpose. Okay, so we have so many manufacturers we have for the SCADA. Okay, based on that PLCs, we can choose that software. For example, if we can use the Allen Bradley software, we have to use the RSView software. If we can use the Modicon PLC, we have to use the Visual Look software. So if you can use the Wonderware PLCs, that means we have to use the InTouch software. Okay, if you can use the KPAT that PLC, then we have to use the Astra software. Okay, so based on, if for example, if you can use the Siemens PLC, we have to use the WinCC software. That means WinCC is a SCADA software. Okay, so based on the PLCs, we can choose the SCADA software. Okay, Wonderware, that means InTouch software is a user free software. Okay, and if this SCADA is used in different places. That is, in process industries we can use, and in oil and gas companies, in transportation system already explained in demonstration. Okay, in agricultural levels and some manufacturing levels also we can use it. Some it will also used in the lift and elevator control systems, and it will also used in the traffic control system. Okay, so these are the different applications of SCADA where we can use. Now present in some of the power distribution system, power PDCL, okay, Power Distribution Corporation Limited, we can also see this type of SCADA systems. Thank you.